teams have their spot in the second qualification round locked in just yet. Both these teams, a win tonight equals progression to that second round. However, for both of them also, if Romania lose that game against Montenegro later this evening, then that also will see both these teams progress. Slightly complicated. The easiest way to look at it is if you're a fan of one of these teams, if your team wins, then they are headed through. As simple as that. Here are the standings right now. Greece and Montenegro on the same records, 3 and 2. Portugal and Romania on the same records, 2 and 3. A very, very close group indeed, if not the closest group across all of the qualifiers. Fans are starting to pack into the arena here in Athens. As always, when the national team play on their home soil, they will be very well supported, both in numbers as well as vocally. Portugal now being introduced to the crowd, and they'll enter the game with some confidence. They pushed Greece close back in game day 2 on their home court, losing by just 8 points in the end. So they'll know that they have what it takes to go toe-to-toe with one of the powerhouses of world basketball. And now the Greek team will be introduced to the crowd. And I'm sure they will have wanted to get their spot in the next round locked in before tonight. I'm sure they didn't want to head into the last game having to win, but they have. That is where they are, because they lost to Romania by 7 earlier in this window. And now it is down to the home fans to roar their team into the second round. With this Greek team, if they can get their offense firing early, they'll be good to go, particularly if they can start to hit some of the 3 balls that they've struggled with a little bit in this tournament. There is Coach Spanoulis, and on that we will have a break in our commentary as we have the national anthems for both countries. First, the national anthem of Portugal, followed by the national anthem for Greece.
Please stand up if you can for the national anthems of the teams. Portugal. Και τώρα για τον εθνικό μας ύμνο, Έλληνας!
Well, that certainly sets the scene nicely for what could be a very intriguing game of basketball here this evening in Athens. Both teams needing the win. Both teams still with hopes of making it through to the World Cup in Qatar next year. Players head to the half to exchange gifts and high fives, and then we get locked in, ready to go. A little over 4 minutes until our opening tip-off. Let's have a look at our officials. Ademir Zurapovic, Alberto Sanchez, and Valerio Grigioni from Bosnia and Herzegovina, Spain and Italy, respectively. The three gentlemen in charge of proceedings for us this evening. Let's jump in, have a look at the starting fives for both teams as well. As we enter these final preparations, Portugal will start with Brito, Williams, Ventura, Queiroz. That's the five, as well as Montero. That is the five that coach Gomes has gone with. The five that he is hoping can get them off to a bright start. Try and take the crowd out of the game early. I'm sure that's the plan from the mastermind behind the Portuguese national team right now. Has to be relatively happy with their qualification process so far. Now let's jump down to the other end of the floor and have a look at the Greek starting five. They'll start with Haralabopoulos, Papanikolaou, Gozologlu, Mitru Long, and Bazinas. And again, Coach Spanoulis, third year now, coming up to a 3-year anniversary in a few months' time of being head coach of the Greek national team. Deep in thought, clipboard in hand. Almost an on-court coach when he was a player, and everyone knew where he'd end up. And he wants to lead his team to World Cup glory. First things first, a big game over Portugal here this evening. Portugal ranked 46th in the world, 25th in Europe. They've never qualified for a World Cup. Greece, on the other hand, 12th in the world, 34 spots above Portugal. Been to 10 World Cups, finishing second in 2006. Let's listen to the huddle.
We play 5+, front and back. With Williams, we play more aggressive cage, okay? With Williams. Cage and you tag the big. First off, and share to move. Share to move from the other side. 5, Eli, Pap, Haralabopoulos. Eli, go here. Go one step here. Hand off. Step up. After hand off Eli, you go here. Step up. If they play catch out, put the ball here and pass to God, okay? Second offense to flow, shoulder, Pap. And Pap is here, Eli is here. You go open, Haralabopoulos to the Pap, go here.
Plenty of young fans in the arena this evening, ready to watch their heroes in action. A few traveling Portuguese fans as well, enjoying, I'm sure, the city as they get ready for the game here. One minute. Countdown to tip-off here. And both teams look to get ready to go. And quick reminder while we have a second, if you have your phones to hand, please feel free to download the official World Cup Qualifiers app. Completely free of charge and available wherever you get hold of your apps. Coach Gomes just taking one last opportunity to get some final messages across to his team. They head to the hardwood for 40 minutes of what will be very difficult basketball. World-class Greek roster, and what will no doubt be a very vocal crowd here. Crowd are already getting themselves whipped up for this one. qualifiers coming to the floor. Portugal know that they can't afford to start slowly in this one. And we're underway here in Athens. Straight away, Greece attacking. Final game day 6 of the first round of the World Cup qualifiers. Greece against Portugal here in Group B. Greece currently top of the table, 3 wins, 2 losses. Portugal in third, 2 wins, 3 losses. Neither team guaranteed a spot in the second round of the qualifiers. The winner will be, though. Dumped inside, Montero looking to go to work, drop steps to that left hand. Scramble for the rebound, Greece will come away with it. Haralabopoulos, ball in hand. Drive inside. Haralabopoulos will draw the foul, I think, off Montero. Just takes that first quick step, and Montero playing catch up all the way. Sideline ball for Bazinas to inbound. Bazinas skip to the corner. Haralabopoulos puts a 3 up, rattles in, rattles out. Scramble is won by Portugal. Ventura brings down the possession and hands it ahead to Williams. Ball stripped by Bazinas. Sideline ball for Portugal. Gomes knows his team have the firepower to cause the upset tonight. They do need to deliver probably their best performance in the qualifiers to do so. Montero puts up the 3, just about clips the front of the rim. Knocked out of bounds. Good hands by Brito. Long hands it back to Bazinas. There's on the roll, beautiful, wonderful team basketball, but unfortunately Haralabopoulos cannot hold on to that pass. It would have been an easy finish if he had. Scoreless after pretty much 90 seconds. Go all the way. Will draw the foul. Mitru Long just caught on the hip of Ventura, and Ventura maximizes that one. Heading to the line for free throws. .70% free throw shooter in the qualifiers. Ventura, like all but two of his teammates today have played in all of the qualifiers. Consistency is an advantage to Coach Gomes. Goes 2 from 2, and Portugal have their first points of the game on the board and their first lead of the game. Bazinas controlling the offense at the moment for Greece. Nice pass inside. Oh, Papanikolaou blocked from behind by Williams. Portugal's help defense holding firm at the moment. Mitru Long passed inside, another block. This time Montero steps up and swats it away. Pass easily intercepted by Papanikolaou. Papadopoulos will draw the foul. That one on Quiros. Portugal be happy that they've kept Greece scoreless for the first 2.5 minutes. Mitru Long to Bazinas. He's going to throw it away, and that's going to lead to a fast break for Portugal. And a two-hander. Put that one down, Diogo Brito. And an early 4-point lead here. And this is a dream start for Portugal, really. They have quietened the crowd here in Athens. 3-ball. Flips over the rim and away. No one crashing the boards for Greece. Brito, step back, high arcing, two, whips through the string. Portugal with a 6-point lead. Papanikolaou now feeds the low block but gets it back. Smart interchange passing for Greece. A kick ball, so a fresh 14 seconds, and I think Greece will make a change. Tolopoulos is going to come into the game, I think. Out of the game comes Mitru Long. Hasn't had an impact. Zenas won't take the three, lobs it inside. Foul's going to be called. That one whistled on Quiros. Second foul of the game for him. And that causes Coach Gorms some problems. Will he react? I think he needs to, and he does. Makes a change. Quiros will come out of the game. Into the action comes Helvao. Tolopoulos hands it back out to Papanikolaou. Papanikolaou is blocked. Ventura now looking to pass it ahead, but it's stolen away by Papanikolaou. Into the hands of Tolopoulos. Ventura stands strong. Skip to the corner to Papanikolaou. 9 on the shot clock. Tolopoulos attacks the basket. Will get the first score of the game for Greece. Straight away, Portugal accelerate down the floor, though, drawing the foul just for Greece to slow the transition down. Tolopoulos arguing there should have been a foul. Potentially Brito moving forward on that. How far and how much impact did it really have? Mitru Long, after a very short sit, is back in the game. Bazinas comes out. Ventura over the rim and away. Rebound ripped down by Haralabopoulos. Off right, long rebound, easy uncontested board from Montero. Greece just not getting into any offensive rhythm right now. Seems a bit fractured and segmented. It's not working. Offensive board and another. Kicks it out. Ventura for three. Back of the iron and away. Foul will be called on Brito. First foul of the game for him. Almost halfway through the first quarter, an exceptionally low-scoring game, and if anything, that is to the advantage of Portugal. Greece are averaging high numbers. Tolopoulos gets swatted. Daniel Helvau backs it out. Just stayed with the play, giving up a huge amount of height though. Tolopoulos, and a timeout's going to be called here. 4:52 left in the first quarter. A very low-scoring, cagey game between Greece and Portugal, but it's Portugal that hold the 4-point lead. We'll head into the huddle, hear what coach has to say. I don't think there was a timeout called actually, but it looks like Greece are going to sneak one in there as they're not returning to the floor. So a timeout that wasn't a timeout, but we will come back to the action. Greece will have a ball on the baseline. Papanikolaou to inbound. Fade away from Haralopoulos, and he gets it to go. Haralopoulos with an important score. But now he picks up a foul at the other end of the floor. And Portugal, once they increase the pace, Greece are getting drawn into those fouls. Sideline ball, as it's only the third foul, as Haralopoulos heads to the bench and Larentzakis comes in. Brito down into the post, looking to back his way in against Larentzakis. 360 spin, gets it back, but gets blocked. Larentzakis for three. That's the impact they were looking for. A 48% three-point shooter across these qualifiers, Larentzakis. Foul's going to be called on Larentzakis. The referee did give them the warning. Brito and Larentzakis banging into each other all the way down the floor. Into the game comes Voitso. Coach just reiterating his words to Brito and Larentzakis. And now both teams are in the penalty. Just over 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Catch and shoot, Williams. Oh, rains a three. Williams had 33 points on game day 4 against Romania. Averaging 22 across the 5 qualifiers he's played. Highlighted by Coach Spanoulis in the pre-game huddle as the threat. Stolen away, 2-on-1 break, but it doesn't need it as Brito will put it down with 2 hands. Portugal back out to a 4-point lead. Catch and shoot in the slot, rolls it in. Big time shot, Tolopoulos. 5 points personal for him, down to a 1-point ball game. Greece just starting to get themselves warmed up. Mitru Long will be called for the foul. Coach Spanoulis not happy. Second foul of the game on Elijah Mitru-Long. There's the Dolopoulos 3, and here's the Brito dunk. Williams heading to the line for 2 shots now on that foul. Williams just 61% from the free throw line in these qualifiers. First is good. Those 2 for 2 on his first trip to the line, and Portugal's lead back out to 3. Perfect 4 from 4 from the free throw line for the visitors. Greece yet to get to the charity stripe in this one. Mitru-Long for 3, comes up short. Scramble for the rebound is won by Mariaitis. Kicked out. Spin move, Mariaitis. Not this time. Ball falls into the hands of Larentzakis. Drive inside, foul called. Foul whistled on Helvau. Portugal in the penalty, so we'll have our first Greek free throws of the game. Larentzakis will head to the line. 57% free throw shooter in the qualifiers. Larentzakis, one of the few players within this 12-player roster that has been to a World Cup before, was part of the roster in 2023, averaged 12.5 points a game. Greece finishing 15th in that World Cup. Them both to drop. We'll see a substitution now as Netopoglu comes into the game for the first time. Drive inside. Lisboa. Not this time. Zakis slows it down as Greece look to try and find the lead. Instead, it's knocked away. That's one of the final 2 minutes of this first quarter. Strong first quarter from Portugal. Lisboa goes in a little heavy-handed though. And Greece will look to pour down the floor. Larentzakis drops it in. Foul called as Netopoglu ends up on the floor. Gone now. Starting to deal with some foul issues as Quiroz and Helvau both have 2 fouls already. Netopoglu misses the first of his 2. First qualification window he's been a part of, the 23-year-old. And that ties up the game. Papanikolaou heads to the bench. Into the game for the first time comes Pasidis. 17 points in game day 1 against Romania. Pasidis. Now the veteran wing would love to have another big one like that. issues on the table at the moment. Just a few things to correct and we'll be able to get ourselves underway again. Spot themselves on the big screen. Come back to the action. It will be Portugal ball on the baseline as they look to try and regain a lead here. Crowd are entertaining themselves at the moment. To see so many people coming out to support their national team this evening. Both coaches will take the opportunity of an impromptu huddle with their team. Coach Gomes making the most of this little break in play as the technical difficulties are resolved. Portugal will head back to the floor to take possession off the baseline. Into the hands of Lisboa. Portugal trying to re-establish that lead. Final 90 seconds of this first quarter. Shot clock down to under 5. Move to the glass, no good. Long rebound batted back into the hands of Voitso. Portugal will go again. Free ball, rolls over the rim. Foul's going to be called as good defense goes over the back of Helvao. So Helvao will head to the line for 2 free throws. Not a difficult one to call, that one, as Kozaloglu was wrestling Helvao from behind. First is no good as he looks to get his first points of the game on the board. Does get the second, and Portugal do re-establish a lead, even if it is the narrowest of leads. Just about a minute left now in this first quarter. Drive inside, Larentzakis whips it to the weak side. 3 ball is short. Scramble for the rebound is once again won by Portugal. Kicked out, catch and shoot on the wing, and Voitso makes it rain. Four-point lead for Portugal. Greek crowd here doing what they can to try and lift their team. Dumped inside. Strong move, control move from Kozaloglu. Final 10 seconds. A diving deflection from Larentzakis. I know it's the Football World Cup right now, but this is a qualifier for the Basketball World Cup. Look at that, reactions of a cat. Launches himself across the floor. to inbound, does so. Baseline drive and gets the roll. A heave at the end of the first quarter is no good. And Portugal, not with a comfortable lead, but they will be very happy right now as they enter their huddle. 4 points to the good over Greece in Athens. At the end of the first quarter, it's Greece 15, Portugal 19. Here are the stats from that first quarter. Neither team shooting the ball well. We had a very slow start to the game. Neither team getting any offensive rhythm. It is slowly but surely gathering some pace, gathering some intensity this game. Here are some of the best plays from the first quarter of action. Joint game leading scorer is Trevonte Williams. That was the opening play of the game from Diogo Brito. Brito certainly had an impact. In fact, he is the leading scorer. My mistake. He has 6 points at the end of the first quarter. Two Greek players with 5, Laurent Zakis and Tolopoulos, both have 5 at the end of that first quarter. And neither team finding an offensive rhythm, and that, you would say, is absolutely to the benefit and advantage of Portugal right now. A lower scoring game will certainly help their cause. Greece averaging just about 75 points a game. Portugal haven't struggled offensively. They've scored nearly 83 points a game. Scan the QR code to access and log in to Courtside 1891. Watch live streams, extended highlights of FIBA competitions, and much more. Portugal will have possession to get us started here in this second quarter. Second quarter action underway here in Athens. Game day 6 of the World Cup qualifiers. At the end of the first quarter, Portugal, the visitors, lead Greece by 4. Williams being harassed, hands it away. Lisboa pulls a quick trigger for the 3, skips off the front of the rim, and no more. Tolopoulos feeds Laurent Zakis. Back out to the wing. Rebound pulled down by Voitso. Nice pass, reverse layup, just got a little bit loose. Moraitis hands it back. Quickly gets it back off Papanikolaou. Tolopoulos. It's dropped out of bounds, but it deflects off a Portuguese hand, and Kozloglu lives to fight another day on that one. Just 1.5 seconds left on the shot clock. Baseline ball for Greece. Long inbound, he's going to have to catch it and shoot it. He does. Fortunate even to catch the rim with the amount of pressure he was under. Lisboa drives inside, lane opens up, and that is easy money off the bank. Second bucket of the game for Rafael Lisboa. 6-point lead now for Portugal. Drive inside, nice pass. Won't Greece play that well-spaced, aggressive basketball. They are tough to stop. Oh, the pass inside, a little too hot to handle for Helval. Williams will come out of the game as Brito comes back in. To back his way down, has to come back out. Shot clock running down. Step back three, Moraitis no good. Portugal once again scoop up the defensive board. Jumper goes in and out. Nicolau brings down the rebound. Greece still trying to find some rhythm. Zakis skips it through on the wing, in and out. Greece right now shooting less than 30% from the field. Portugal shooting just shy of 32%. Neither team really in any kind of flow at the moment. Moraitis. Oh, it opens up, goes strong. Foul's going to be whistled on Helval. That'll be his third. Coach Gomes now in trouble. Look at the replay. Goes in, goes strong. Unbelievable that he got it to go. Moraitis heads to the free throw line. Helval heads to the bench. Here comes the jinx. He hasn't missed a free throw in the qualifiers yet. And now he has. Apologies to all the Greek fans out there for me cursing. Dimitris Moraitis at the free throw line. The pass inside is poor from Ventura, leaving his feet, leaving him with a difficult pass to make. Foul's going to be whistled on Brito. Long now. 6 minutes left in this first half. Pulls up free throw line, jumper. Those kind of shots that usually drop for the Greek national team are rimming out right now. Down low, Brito. Catch and shoot, Ventura. Not this time as Portugal continue to struggle from the outside. Ball dumped inside, good ball movement, good ball space. The players to operate with. Mitru Long scoops it in for two. And we're back to a tied ball game now on the first bucket for Mitru Long, and Portugal continue to rush their offense. They need to slow down and show a bit more composure. Foul's going to be called. Have a look. Amaranth is going to pick that one up. That was the first bucket of the game for Mitru Long. Zakis now. Oh, that's a poor pass and an easy interception. Brito sweeps his way to the basket. And Portugal are back in the lead. Nico Sat is going to enter the game for the first time. Mitru Long for three. Another one that rims out. Another one that's just about rescued. Good hustle by Greece to maintain possession. Larentzakis. That one certainly was rushed. Brito backs it out. Drives inside. It's a poor pass from Brito, really. Nothing Montero could have done or wanted the ball down there from. See a change here for Greece as well as Paulopoulos comes into the game. Larentzakis comes out. Coach Spanoulis in his ear. Frustration from the Greek legend. Mitru Long tries to skip his way through. Will draw the foul though. That one whistled on Ricardo Montero. Timeout's going to be called here. Portugal with a 2-point lead, a little over 4 minutes left in this first half. Timeout called by Coach Gomes. We're going to head into the huddles, listen to the coaches.
Ou então o primeiro jogador a chegar ao ataque lá vai antes. Não podemos jogar dessa maneira. Ei, Diogo, quando não houver nada em campo aberto, chama algum movimento e jogamos. Ok, vamos jogar 12 agora. Pessoal, transição é só uma coisa, temos que variar os ataques. Senão não fazemos pontos. Só chegamos 12.
Portugal coming back to the floor, looking to try and find a little bit of lost momentum. They've been rushing their offense in the last few minutes, taking early, low percentage opportunities, but opportunities they can get at any point in the shot clock. Coach Gomes, no doubt, asking him just to show a bit more composure, keep the energy high, but maybe a little bit more selective. Papanikolaou. Mitru Long, step back two, comes up short again. Rebound pulled down by Sa. It off to Ventura. Foul's going to be whistled on Moraitis. Into the game comes Bazinas Zoropoulos. Drive inside, just waiting for the foul to be called there. Goes up strong in amongst the trees. Now at the line for two. First is good for Amarant. First point of the game for him. Goes 2 from 2 from the line. Portugal's lead creeps back out to 4. Brito heads to the bench for Portugal. Step back, not there. Papanikolaou hands it away, no time left. Shot goes up. Karalambopoulos, no good. The foul will be whistled on Bazinas as Greece continue to struggle to find rhythm in this game. Gomes must be relatively content right now. Ventura brings it up over the half. Gets it back on the handoff from Montero. Flop warning given by the officials. Greece will get possession back. Kickball this time. Sideline ball here for Greece. Just about 2.5 minutes of the first half remaining. Knocked away. Spilled out of bounds by Amarant. Just caught between two thoughts of whether to pass or whether to go strong to the hole. Here's where the flop warning was. Amarant with a bit of contact, and then Tolopoulos throws himself to the floor. Sixth turnover of the game for Portugal. Bazinas, very good move. About getting to the basket as quick as you can. It's timing and control for that one. Cups inside, won't get the roll. And that will be Greece ball. Montero wanted the coach's challenge. And she had a point. Most coaches try and keep their challenge for later in the game, though. Portugal still with a 2-point lead here. They have led over 15 minutes of the first 18 and a half. Long three, high rebound. Under 90 seconds left in this first half. A hard fall for Diogo Ventura. Aklamanikis called for the foul as he steps across the path. Ventura will take a breather. Sideline ball for Portugal. The sweat is taken off the floor. Looks like we're ready to go now. Lisboa. To the wing, Sa. Lob pass inside. Will draw the foul on Bazinas. Could be his second foul of the game, or will it be Karalambopoulos? Let's see. Heading to the line now. Montero. First trip of the night for him, looking for his first points of the game. Won't get them on the first free throw. The line for a second. Timeout's going to be called. 1 minute and 13 seconds remaining. Coach Spanoulis will call for the timeout with his team trailing by 3.
We won't pick and roll with player of the big guy, not with Sa, with the other player who play like this. Billy, player of big guy here, player of Sa here, and we go like this, Billy, look. Pop, go, and pay, here, Pop, here, Billy. Go and flip it, and pick a pop. If we don't get something, after pick and pop, I want here Basinas. So after, we go side, pick and roll, pick and pop. Attack, pick and pop. Go to the basket like before.
Well, it's a party atmosphere here in Athens, even if the home team trail by 3 right now. Plenty of fans in the arena enjoying the show. Portugal certainly keeping it a nice low-scoring game. That's what they want, that's what they need, and Greece struggling to break through that right now. Be a baseline ball for Toliopoulos to put in. Toliopoulos hands it away. Alambopoulos onto the Zenas. Good spacing, good ball movement. And now Papanikolaou steps out of bounds. Sideline ball for Portugal, and kind of sums up Greece's performance today. Yeah, puts his foot on the sideline. Just hasn't been on point, hasn't been precise enough. 3rd turnover this quarter for Greece. Their 6th turnover overall. Amarin hands it in. Ball kicked back out, wide open. Williams back of the iron and away. Rebound pulled in by Amarant. Won't get the score though. Another big rebound, and this time they will. Montero goes strong. Final 30 seconds of the first half. Timeout's going to be called here. 27 seconds left. Now Portugal lead by 5, and Coach Spanoulis is even more infuriated.
Go block! Σακεσμένοι παίζουμε! One offense! And we play like this! Eli, for Basinas! And we play like this! Here is Basinas! Here is Eli, sorry! Here is Eli! Here is Larry! Tonio! Player of big guy here! The other, Papanikolaou Haralabopoulos here. Larry, screen for Papanikolaou Haralabopoulos with the big guy. Here's other guy. Go, and after you go up, take speed, Eli, and this is hammer. And we start last 8 seconds, okay? Go, wait, and this is hammer. Hey.
Coach Spanoulis letting some of his frustrations out, slamming the coaching board to the floor. Understandably so, his team are not delivering anywhere near the level he expects of them, or they expect of themselves. And now a chance to just try and gain a little bit of momentum to take to the halftime locker room. Silis Tolopoulos walks thoughtfully to inbound the ball on the baseline. Hands it to Mitru Long. Don't expect them to action this offense until 8 seconds to go. That was the call from Coach Spanoulis. are they going to run the offense? Mitru Long goes inside, misses the layup. Sapp with the rebound. Williams now driving hard down the floor. 3 seconds left. Drives inside, won't get the score, and Portugal won't get the tip. And that is the halftime buzzer here in Athens. An awful lot to discuss for Greece in the halftime locker room, because at the half it's Greece 23, Portugal 28. Wow, that really was a well-run Portuguese half of basketball. It wasn't pretty. There's no arguing that, and the stats that you see before you certainly outline that it wasn't a pretty half. Portugal dominating the rebounding battle, of making Greece play a game that they do not like playing right now. Brito leads all scorers with 8. Tolopoulos and Lawrence Zakis are the leading scorers with Greece with 5 apiece. But a low-scoring game here in Athens and an intriguing 20 minutes still to come. Here are some of the best plays of that second quarter of action. Greece really tried to push a bit of tempo into the game, trying to fight their way back in. They trailed by 4 heading into that quarter. By halfway through the quarter, they brought it back to a tied ball game. But then Portugal, once again, just extended themselves out a little bit. At the half, they have a 5-point lead. That quarter was 9-8 in favor of Portugal. 9 points to 8. That is an unbelievably low-scoring quarter of basketball from both teams, not just from Greece, but from Portugal as well. The only thing you would say is that low-scoring style, scrappy, a bit more unstructured, a bit more chaotic, certainly plays to Portugal's strengths more than Greece's. Greece right now are struggling to play that style of basketball, whilst Portugal are happy to get themselves into that type of game. Coach Spanoulis so frustrated with his team. Knows how good they could be, knows the potential they have, but not delivering. At the half, Greece 23, Portugal 28. We'll be back with the second half very shortly. Inside and a two-hander to Naskovic.
USR directing traffic, fizzes it in. What a feed and what a finish and what a performance. Look at this pass.
Pass, how about that? And Procida announcing himself to be the high flyer in this game.
Here's a steal, 2-on-1, throws it up for Mario Hezonja. And they just keep adding highlight to highlight. Mario goes up, slams it in, timeout Cyprus.
is swatted out of bounds by Kamwa. Great reaction by Kamwa. How about this? Goodness me, inbounds alley-oop.
Şengün behind the back, what a pass! Him and Korkmaz combining there. That is a point center, quite incredible vision from Alperen Şengün.
Mitru Long, stop and go action. Will pull the big man out. A good move, and the rejection.
Nice bounce paddle note. It was stolen. Kamwa did. Oh, how about the throwdown from Gollum, and then a little bit of a stare.
Spain have numbers here in transition. There's the alley-oop and buenas noches. Showtime Spanish transition. Well, it was the turnover. Boston Celtics finest. Representation from Spain, Hugo Gonzalez.
How many times are we going to see this? Baseline. Are you kidding me?
Papa Nicolau says, give it to me.
Chicago attacks to close out. Beat Bruno inside.
Fills it up. It's all right.
Welcome back to Athens, game day 6 of the World Cup qualifiers, and an intriguing one, if not the highest quality of basketball. We have had an interesting game so far here. At the half, it's Greece 23, Portugal 28. A very low-scoring, scrappy game, but with that comes an interesting feel to the game. Frustration from the Greek team, and just energy and battle and physicality from the Portuguese team. That is what gives Portugal that 5-point lead at the half. Remember, the winner of today's game guarantees a spot in the second round. The loser does not. Let's have a look now at Portugal's leading scorer in that first half. It is Diogo Brito. He has 8 points, 3 boards and 2 steals, as well as a block. Here's a breakaway bucket and a little two-handed flush. That one was to get the game underway. It was the first score of the game. 4 from 7 from the field from Brito. Remember, he had a qualifier high of 32 against Romania. The way today's game's going, I don't think he's going to get to 32. He's on 8 at the half. Considering neither team got to 32 in the half, I'm not expecting a player to get there in the game. Now, our eyes switch across to the Greek team, and Toliopoulos, unbelievably their leading scorer, with just 5 points. I'd like to give credit to the editor, who is going to be able to bring together a minute and a half of scoring highlights from a player who has only scored 2 field goals in the entire game. That was one of them. This is the other one. But at the half, it is Toliopoulos with 5 and Larentzakis with 5 as well. They're the 2 leading scorers for Greece at the midpoint. Coach Spanoulis is unbelievably frustrated with his team right now. Interesting going to see how they react out for half-time. What will they do differently? Because they do have to change the flow of this game. They are letting Portugal dictate the terms. And right now, that basically means that Portugal are on their way to picking up the win. Remember, in the first meeting between these two teams, Greece won by 8. So Portugal would love to win by 9 because that would give them the head-to-head, which might not only be important for this first round, could even be important for the second round as well. But right now, as it stands, Portugal could be on their way to a 3-3 record, and Greece will be on their way to a 3-3 record. As you see, Toliopoulos, Laurentzakis, the leading scorers for Greece at the halfway, but not anything really to write home about when your leading scorers have 5 points at the half. The 30-year-old did bring energy to that first half, has been impressive across these qualifiers, averaging 10 points and 5 assists a game in the qualifiers, but needs to have a bigger impact in the second half if they're to come away with a comfortable win here on their home floor against Portugal. Remember, the two are separated by 34 places in the world rankings, separated by 18 places in the European rankings. But credit to Portugal for the way they've gone about today's game. About 2 to 3 minutes, a couple of minutes really, until we get this game back underway. Just a chance, if you haven't already, do download the official World Cup Qualifiers app. Completely free. Wherever you get hold of your apps, you will find the World Cup Qualifiers app. Definitely good to have to follow the game, but also to follow the qualifiers as we progress. Remember, this is the third window in the first round, but it isn't very long until we're back at it again. August will have a window, the first window of the second round, so 2 more games per nation in the European qualifiers for the second round. Comes thick and fast, that's for sure. Diogo Brito, the leading scorer in the game, 8 points, 4 from 7 from the field, 3 boards, 2 steals, a block as well. Certainly has had an impact. Coach Spanoulis taking more time with his team just to make sure they are properly ready to go. Greece need to set the tone early, bring the crowd with them as well. Portugal now head back over to Coach Gomes to get their instructions. Just a reminder, if Greece win, they guarantee a spot in the second round. If Portugal win, all but mathematically they do as well. There's the QR code for the World Cup Qualifiers app. However, if Portugal win here and Romania beat Montenegro later, all 4 teams will finish the opening round of qualifiers on exactly the same record, 3 wins and 3 losses, which puts it all to effectively points difference, which will more than likely see Greece go through, Portugal go through, and one of Montenegro and Romania go through, depending on how much Romania would have beaten Montenegro by. Realistically, they'd probably need to beat them by at least 7. Right, maths out the way, back to the bit that matters and the bit we enjoy. Basketball, second half underway here in Athens. Game day 6 of the World Cup qualifiers. At the half, Portugal lead Greece on the road by 5. Ventura brings it up over the half. Ventura long 2, comes up short. Mitru Long scoops up the rebound. Baseline drive, strong, direct, skipped across. Good ball movement, wide open on the wing. Off right and a little heavy-handed as well. Foul's going to be whistled on Kuzloglu. Portugal will just try and keep this a low-scoring game. Hopefully play this style for the 40 minutes, buys them the best chance of winning the game. Sidestep, Williams, 3, no good. Into the hands of Maraitis. He looked to go all the way, but as it's stripped away, Ventura stops his dribble early. Williams now will attack the basket and draw the foul as he slides into the advertising boards. And now Trevonte Williams will head to the free throw line. There's the body contact from Papanikolaou.
Our players can talk with the referees like that. Are we allowed to talk with the referees like that?
Williams is good with the first.
Are we allowed to talk with the players like that? We are allowed to players to talk with the referees.
This is the second. Encroachment in the lane. So Williams will get another go at that one. This is the second opportunity at the second attempt. It will stay a 6-point Portugal lead. Papanikolaou looking for the backdoor cut. Mitru Long couldn't quite find the space to receive the pass. Now he'll go inside, dumps it in. Good stand, strong stand by Montero. Pass ahead to Williams. This is the little short shot. Papanikolaou now flying down the floor and draws the foul from Queiroz. Not sure that's the smartest foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. I think Coach Spanoulis wants to challenge, saying he's picked possession up, he's shooting the ball. That's something that I think he can challenge. So it's a sideline inbound. Mitru Long stops on a dime, goes again. Papanikolaou, long way out, rolls it in. Papanikolaou, one of those players, when he's frustrated, often plays better. Greece to within 3. Ventura got the crowd back into the game a little now as well. They need to build on that. Ventura goes inside, draws the foul from Mitru Long. Third foul of the game on Elijah Mitru Long. The leg that he's caught him with. Crowd don't like the call. Here's the 3 from Papa Nicolau. Third foul of the game for Mitru Long. 13th foul of the quarter for Greece as well. Portugal across the qualifiers, about an 80% free throw shooting team, so not one that you really want to send to the free throw line too often. Ventura misses the second. Papa Nicolau cradles it like a newborn baby when he grabs that rebound. Mitru Long now to the wing. Foul's going to be whistled on Ventura. First foul of the game for Ventura. Mitru Long goes inside, put back is good, smart play, Kazaloglu followed the play perfectly. 2-point ball game. Williams now looking to back Mitru Long down, he's in foul trouble, can't go too strong, and Williams makes him pay. Moraitis. Strong move. Foul's going to be whistled. Who's that on? Is it on? Let's have a look. It's on Queiroz. It is. That's his 4th foul of the game. Absolutely the right call. There's a hip check with both hands. Here's Williams going to work. Too strong for Mitru Long, and the help wasn't there. Queiroz will head to the bench with 4 fouls. Now Coach Gomes is going to have to work within those restrictions. Alabopoulos fades away. Difficult shot made to look so easy. Williams fouled and will head to the line for 2 shots. Greece now in the penalty as well. Alabopoulos coming along, half step late on the help, and he's still moving as he creates contact with Williams. First is good. Every possession, every free throw, every second of this game now becomes more and more precious, especially as it's a low-scoring one. The second is good as well. Portugal back out to a 4-point lead. Moraitis. Papa Nicolau no good. Rebound pulled down by Ventura. 5th rebound of the game for him. Lobbed inside to Williams, skips all the way through. Voitsa is open. Voitsa can't get it to go. Moraitis. Baseline drive, dumps it through to the weak side. Haralambopoulos, not this time. Portugal will get the ball out. Voitso for three, rolls it in. Voitso's second triple of the game. The arena goes eerily quiet as Portugal are out to a 7-point lead halfway through this third quarter. Foul's going to be called. Helvao, I think, whistled for that one, and that will be his fourth foul as well. This could really start hurting Portugal. They picked up just unnecessary fouls. As we see Zalboris come into the game for Moraitis. Poliopoulos now looking for options, calls for the screen. Baseline cut. No good for Papanikolaou as he tries to beat the shot clock. Continue to struggle offensively to get anything to roll. Certainly a higher scoring quarter than the second quarter. Still not high though. Williams scoops it and gets the score. Tough play, Trevonte Williams. 12 points personal now for him. Leads all scorers. That's 5 rebounds as well. Starting to warm into this game, Williams. Lob pass. Oh, and he blows the alley-oop. And they're going to dunk it at the other end. Oh my goodness me, Brito, another dunk. From a missed dunk at one end to a breakaway two-hander at the other, and Portugal now have their first double-digit lead of the game. Zalboris just jars it into the front of the ring. Brito doesn't need 2 invites to leak out on the break and finishes it with ease. Coach Spanoulis calls a timeout. Let's head into his huddle.
Back screen, and one more Zalboris. And after Zalboris, you go to the corner, Larry up. And immediately, no, Zalboris stay down. Immediately, Pap, Larry in the corner. Pap, you give the ball back and immediately pass and slip and attack. Here will be Zalboris. If you attack Zalboris here. Let's go!
Coach Spanoulis trying to get the ball straight back into Zalboris' hands. Give him a little bit of confidence. See if he can have an impact on today's game, because right now someone needs to. As Greece really are struggling here on their home floor. Out. Poliopoulos. Laurentzakis splits the defense, drives inside, kicks it to the wing. Mitru Long hits a 3. That's a big play. That's what the crowd needed. Corner 2 is good. Helvao gets it to drop. That wasn't on him previously. He's still just on 3. Poliopoulos splits the defense again, hands it inside, and Papanikolaou glides through for the soft little reverse layup. And the game's pace and scoring pace is increasing now. Three ball in the slot, and it's money. Lisboa drains the triple. 7 points for him. Back out to an 11-point lead for Portugal. Rolls in the three. Just about 2 minutes left in this quarter. An 8-point lead for Portugal. Another three ball. Voitso. Is the three good? Spanoulis is furious. Portugal asking it to be given. Greece asking for it to be waved away. I think the officials are going to go and check this one to see if it's before the foul call. Yeah, the officials are headed to the monitor. 1:56 left in this third quarter. Portugal currently up by 11. Coach Gomes uses his challenge to say the shot was released before the foul. Oh, it's whether it's counted as when the ref's hand goes up or whether the foul's actually committed. If it's when the ref's hand goes up, it might very well be in time. If it's the contact, then it isn't. There, the ref's hand goes up. Basket waved away. Basket waved away. Offensive foul given. Coach's challenge unsuccessful. So a double penalty for Portugal, really. Costs them a foul and they lose the three ball. Still, they lead by 8 with under 2 to play here in the third. Kolopoulos pulls up, three ball. Back of the iron, spits it away. Rebound pulled down by Voitso. Would have been his third three of the game. Oh, they'll go all the way as the Greek defense just disappears. Like a morning mist, that one. Just evaporated. Mitru Long gets a score. Strong move, smart move by Elijah Mitru Long. Voitso won't take the three this time. Lisboa, it's a tough two. Big plays. What a game he's having. 7 points personal now for him. He's averaging 9 across the qualifiers. Another strong move this time. The follow is there for Zalboris. Technical foul's been called. Not sure who on. Was it on Tolopoulos? I think it might have been, you know. Heading to the line is Lisboa. And this is a technical free throw. I would have sent potentially someone else, as he hadn't been to the line yet in the game. 8-point lead for Portugal, entering the final 30 seconds of this quarter. And another big shot. Portugal really starting to step up, in particular, Rafael Lisboa. My goodness me, 12 points now for him, as well as 4 assists. Step back 3 from the slot. Not this time. Rebound ripped down. 4 seconds to play. Goes coast to coast. Floats in off the glass. Won't get the score. But what a game this is turning out to be. A much higher scoring quarter. Portugal outscoring Greece 25-19 in that quarter, extending their lead out to 9. It's Greece 42, Portugal 53 at the end of the third. Well, here are some of the shooting stats, and they are slowly but surely creeping up, in particular the 3-ball for Portugal. They're up to 5 out of 18 now. The one that they care about is that number at the top, the fact that they currently lead by 11 points. Here are some of the highlight plays from that third quarter. Greece determined, desperate to get themselves back into the game. Brought it back down to a 2-point game 2-3 minutes into that quarter. But then it was almost all one-way traffic as Portugal just poured in the points. In particular, Rafael Lisboa, 12 points, 2 boards, 4 assists for him. Really started to take the game to Greece in that quarter. And right now, with 3 quarters played, Greece do not have one player in double digits. The highest scorer for them is Toliopoulos. He has 8 points. 2 players for Portugal in double digits as Trevonte Williams and Rafael Lisboa both have 12 points each. In fact, 3 players. Forgot Diogo Brito there, who has 10 points. Scan the QR code to access and log into Courtside 1891. Watch live streams, extended highlights of FIBA competitions, and much more. Greek 5 back on the floor. Some nervous-looking young fans. A nervous-looking head coach. Coach Spanoulis cannot be happy with what his team have delivered so far. Demanding a much bigger final 10 minutes of basketball here.
I know 16 got awarded, right? All got awarded.
Final quarter underway here in Athens. Just 10 minutes left of the first qualification round for the World Cup. Greece trailing 42-53 to Portugal. Make that 42-56 as Voitso drains his 3rd triple of the game. Well, what a game he's having. 9 points personal now, and a 14-point lead for Portugal. Worrying times for Greece. Comes up short. Voitso will hand it away to Brito. Drives inside. Blocking foul's going to be called. Zakis called for that one. Tried to take the stand. Yeah, still moving left. Here's the 3 from Voitso. And Brito will head to the line for 2 shots. First trip of the night for him. First is good. Portugal can take the win here. This could go down as one of their biggest ever wins on the road against Greece in Athens. Can't get the second to go though. Rebound is pulled in by Helval. Williams for three. Oh my goodness, Portugal cannot put a foot wrong right now. Their lead is out to 18. And the crowd are stunned here in the arena. Williams steps in, plants his feet, and drops a dagger of a three straight to the hearts of the Greek team. Timeout called by Coach Spanoulis. Just 1 minute gone in this fourth quarter. They feel they need to change things up, and I'm not really surprised, if I'm honest. A 7-0 run to start the quarter for Portugal. Remember, if Greece lose this game, they will finish the first qualification round 3 wins, 3 losses. Portugal will finish with 3 wins and 3 losses and potentially have the head-to-head advantage over Greece if they can win by 9 points or more, which they absolutely are right now, leading by more than that, double that. Then you have to look at the Montenegro game, which is later this evening against Romania, and that result becomes absolutely huge. That game is not far from starting. Montenegro, Romania. Nine minutes to play. Can Greece pull themselves out of the fire? Moraitis hands it away. Papanikolaou does as well. Arantzakis goes strong. Kicks it out. Drive inside. Mitru Long is open for three. Comes up short. Brito, 7th rebound of the game. Spin move, fades away, and of course he gets it to go. Diogo Brito playing a little slice of perfection right now for Coach Gomes. A 12-0 run for Portugal. Arantzakis clatters it off the back of the glass. This is a nightmare boiling over for Greece right now. Lisboa waits for the screen, backs it out, wants to take a run up at Kozloglu. 3 no good for Lisboa though. Knocked out of bounds by Williams. Just over 7.5 minutes to play. More changes. Into the game comes Pasidis. Mitru Long gets it back, hands it away. Papanikolaou for 3. Back of the iron, but they go again. Voitso, and 1. That's going to be a foul on Voitso. Moraitis. Coach Spanoulis wants even more. Is the 3 good? Is the foul there? If it is, it should be a good 3. It's definitely not an unsportsmanlike foul, pretty sure of that. I'm not even sure why you would claim it is. Officials are going to go and look at this. Coach Gomes putting in a challenge. There's the foul, and there's the made three. So it's a 4-point play opportunity and a gift from the gods, potentially for Greece to get them back in. Yeah, it went down as a Coach Gomes on the graphic. I don't think it was. Almost certain it wasn't. It's just the officials wanting to look at it. And the bonus is good. Portugal's lead trimmed to 19. In fact, the screen is wrong. It's trimmed to 16. Now it's right. Lisboa. Little hesitation, ducks inside, whips it all the way through. Brito pulls up, tough shot, comes up short this time. Now Greece are just starting to get a bit of momentum. Crowd are getting into it. Mitru Long for three, over the rim and away. Rebound falls into the hands of Voitso. It's stolen back though. Voitso trying to find a pass away, no one open. Larentzakis goes one-on-one, gets the score. Now it's a 14-point ball game. The tables have turned and momentum is absolutely in the hands of the Greeks. Here's the strong move. Mariatis. I said it was Larentzakis. My mistake. I do apologize. Timeout's going to be called here by Coach Gomes, who just needs to settle this game down, give his team a bit of a breather, hit a reset button and go again. A 6-0 run now for Greece, sees them back to within 14. Portugal will never have a better chance of beating Greece in Athens than maybe they do have right now. But the quality of Greece just shone through, a glimmer, a glimpse. 6-0 run. And we're down by 20. That deficit is now 14 and the crowd are more than back in the game. Can Greece continue with this momentum? Mitru Long pulls the screen back again. Haralabopoulos hands it back to him. Shot clock to 10. Haralabopoulos now attacks the basket, dumped inside. Foul's going to be called on Brito. He did lean over. That will send Pasidis to the line for 2 shots. Greece entering business mode right now. Pasidis misses the first of his 2 though. It's the second to go. 6 minutes and 1 second to play. A 13-point lead for Portugal. Greece certainly in the ascendancy. Ventura, double team now. Good press break. Knocked out of bounds by Pasidis. Ball lobbed in, but stolen away. Good hands by Mitru Long. Going to try and make the player advantage work. Too slow to make it happen. Goes for the layup, no good. Strong stand by Queiroz. Brito hands it away, gets it back, steps through, won't get the score, will head to the line for two. Diogo Brito, very impressive. Heading to the line for two. 1 from 2 on his first trip. Back at the line for 2 more. 13 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. Also has 2 steals and a block. This is the first of his 2. Gets the second to go. 14-point lead for Portugal. Under 5.5 minutes to play. Mitru Long hands it back. Scattering the defense, they recover. 8 on the shot clock. Mitru Long now looking to shake Brito. Fades away, comes up short. Rebound pulled down by Queiroz. Brito, the man of the moment, shaking, shaping to attack the basket. Step back, hands it away. Voitso will now go inside. Back to Brito for 3. Off target. Mitru Long with the rebound. 5th board of the game for him. Moraitis backs out. Wants to take a run up at Queiroz. Goes inside.
It's okay.
Foul's going to be called, and that is the 5th foul on Miguel Queiroz. And that will be him heading out of the game. 4.5 minutes to play. And Portugal lose one of their starting 5 with 5 fouls. In fact, no. It is a 5th foul. Official puts his hand up saying, my mistake. Official saying you can't make the change. Now they're saying they can. Just a lot of confusion at the moment. So much on the line, no real surprise. The emotions are running high. Ball inbounded to Mitru Long. Nicolau shapes to shoot but doesn't. Does now. Tough shot. Comes up way short. Greece will grab another rebound though. Dumped inside. Good ball movement. Mitru Long wide open. Rains down the triple. An 11-point ball game. Mitru Long up to 10 points personal. Almost stolen away. Shot clock at 6. Ventura. Offensive foul is called on Ventura. Mitru Long takes the stand. Great stand by Elijah Mitru Long. Here's the quick ball movement at the other end. Dimitri Long hitting the three. What an important role Dimitri Long is having right now. Crossover, drives inside, little hesitation. Won't get the score. Will draw the foul off Voitso. Dimitri Long heading to the line for two. His first free throws of the night. And the first is no good. Pressure still on the shoulders of Greece. They still trail by 11. Make that 10. With just over 3.5 minutes to play. Dimitri Long will step out for a breather. I don't think he'll be on the bench long. Sa gets the inbound and hands it straight back to Williams. Williams throws it ahead into Lisboa. Lisboa draws the foul. Moraitis caught hands on. Third team foul of the quarter for Greece. Portugal already in the penalty. Williams now. Trying to shake Pasidis. Crossing over, three ball, Williams, it's an air ball. Good defense by Pasidis. Monte Williams playing a little bit of hero ball there, not what Coach Gomes needed. 10-point ball game, just about 3 minutes to play. Can Greece dig themselves out of the hole? Ball stolen away, Williams hands it forward. Ventura. Foul's going to be called on Papanikolaou. Second foul of the game for him. Moraitis. Ball is tapped from behind by Sa. Sa now hands it away, drives in, right hand is good for Lisboa. Big shot every play on a knife edge now. 14 points for Lisboa. Time is running out for Greece. Backdoor cut. Oh, a block by Williams, but a foul is called. Greece will head to the line. First is good for Tolopoulos. That's the second to go. Lisboa needs to get it over the half. Hands it forward. Foul will be called on Pasidis, and that will send Candido Sa to the line for two. Pressure on the shoulders of Sa. First is no good. It's 5 from 6 before tonight's game. from the free throw line in these qualifiers. The second rolls in, an 11-point lead for Portugal. 2 minutes and 22 seconds to play. Possession thrown away by Tolopoulos. Lisboa inside to Sat. Waved away, foul on the floor, but Sat will be heading back to the free throw line. 1 from 2 so far this evening. First comes up short. Can't get the second to go. Williams with a monster rebound, but stolen away. And it will be Greece ball. Javonte Williams giving so much right now. Timeout's been called by Coach Spanoulis. His team trail by 11. 1 minute and 40 seconds on the game clock. Very worrying times indeed. If Greece lose this, they'll drop to a 3-3 record. Portugal will also have a 3-3 record. And if Romania beat Montenegro, then every team in this group will have a 3-3 record, and it will come down to points difference between the 4 teams for who goes through. And depending on how much Greece lose here, it's more than likely they would still go through. But it does make it a bit squeaky. Romania would have to win by a huge amount against Montenegro to knock Greece out. Give you an update from that game when it starts in about 5 minutes if we're still going here. One minute and 40 seconds to play. Portugal win pretty much locks them in to go through. Doesn't guarantee it. I tell you that now, it doesn't guarantee it. A win for either of these teams doesn't really guarantee it. In fact, a win for Greece would guarantee it, but they are 1 minute 40 away from that not happening right now. Mitru Long goes quickly to the basket, doesn't get the score. And the foul is going to be called on Sa, which will send, I think, Karlobopoulos to the line for 2 free throws. Candido Sa talking to the ref saying he's the one being grabbed first. The officials think differently. First is good. Down to a 10-point ball game. Can they get it to single digits? Just over 90 seconds to play. No, they can't. Rebound pulled in by Brito. Brito brings it up over the half. Hands it away to Lisboa. They quite happily now just run some clock. Calls for Sa to set the screen. Now he has the mismatch. Sidestep 3 ball Iron is high and away. Mitru Long with a rebound. There's bodies everywhere. Greece breaking out. Papanikolaou, no good. That will be Portugal ball. Larentzakis, I think, is fortunate to get away with not having a foul called as he looked to be pulling on the shirt of Voitso. There you go. One minute remaining. Voitso ball in hand. Back to Lisboa. 10-point lead for Portugal. A historic win on the line for Portugal. They go inside. Teardrop right hand is good. Lisboa takes the team on his shoulders. Kicked out, wide open. Three, heavy. Rebound by Williams. Portugal walking their way towards a huge win. Walking their way potentially towards a spot in the second round of the World Cup qualifiers. A big upset ahead of us. Traveling violation called on Brito though. Still time, 17.6 seconds. Not sure the crowd in Athens believes it as they are silent right now. Mitru Long kicks it out. Larentzakis for three. Misses. Williams, rebound. That will be it. They're not going to foul him. Voitso brings it up over the half, and the clock will tick down. A historic win for Portugal as they take down Greece in Athens. What a huge, huge night for Portuguese basketball. Unbelievable from Coach Gomes and his team. What a wonderful result. Final score here in Athens, Greece 56, Portugal 71. Really opens up a can of worms now with regards to qualification. Look at the faces of the Greek players. Shell-shocked, I would say. The crowd in a hushed silence. The final game in this group, Montenegro against Romania, tipping off in about a minute's time as Portugal celebrate here on the floor in Athens. They have pretty much secured a spot in the second qualification round, as have Greece. Not guaranteed. I put that huge caveat on that. If Romania beat Montenegro by a huge amount, then potentially things could change. But even then, not doing the maths on the fly, but I think Montenegro would be the team that drops out. So much drama here in Athens. But one thing is for sure, that this is a moment in history for Portuguese basketball. A 15-point win against Greece in Athens. Those kind of moments don't come around that often. And the Portuguese fans courtside with the Brazil jerseys on. There's clearly the link there. Are exceptionally excited for what they've seen here this evening. A wonderful team performance has delivered an historic win and more than likely a spot in the second qualification round. Absolutely wonderful to see. Here are the stats from the game today. Portugal pretty simply just played better basketball than Greece did for the entire game. Higher percentages, more rebounds, more assists, more turnovers, which is counterintuitive, but the vast majority of the stats categories point in favor of Portugal. Brito, the game's leading scorer with 17. Mitru Long did what he could, leading Greece with 11. The crowds now exiting, as are the teams. But what a night. What a game of basketball we have seen here. Very low scoring first half, came to life in the second half. Both teams putting each other to the test. And here this evening, it's Portugal to pass the test. Maybe their biggest pass of history for Portugal. They should make it through to the second round of the qualifiers. Can't see how they wouldn't. And remember, they have never qualified for a World Cup before. Could it be their first? So here are some of the best plays from the fourth quarter of action. Voitso hitting one of his 3 triples. He had 9 points on the game. But Diogo Brito led all scorers with 17 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Just behind him, Rafael Lisboa, who had 16 points and 5 assists. Also in double digits, that man there, Trevonte Williams, 15 points and 8 rebounds. As for Greece, they struggled offensively all night long. Elijah Mitroglou, 11 points, 5 boards, 4 assists. Really tried to rally as hard as he could. Vasilis Tolopoulos, the only other player in double digits, he had 10 points. I think it's fair to say a tough night at the office for Coach Spanoulis and his team, and one that they will need to learn some lessons from, as both these teams are likely to head through to the second round of the qualifiers with a 3-win, 3-loss record. But who will be joining them? Would it be Montenegro or Romania? That game tipping off just about now, should have just started. I think there might be a slight delay as there's a retirement celebration for Vucevic. But what a team effort from Portugal here in Athens this evening. Unbelievable, really. Unbelievable. But what a game we've had. What a qualification group this one is. The closest out of all of the groups, all 8 groups, battling it out across Europe. This is the one that has gone down to the wire and unbelievably could end up with all 4 teams on the same record. This is where it sits at the moment. Portugal top of the table as they have the head-to-head over Greece with a 3-win, 3-loss record. Greece in second, Montenegro currently in third, Romania in fourth. Those two going toe-to-toe right now. Really breathless basketball here in Athens. Wonderful basketball here in Athens, and a moment in history for Portugal to enjoy and relish. Final score here in Athens is Greece 56, Portugal 71. An amazing game, a low-scoring first half, a high-octane second half, but it's Portugal coming away with the 15-point win as both these teams look to fight their way to the World Cup in Qatar next year.